I found out something about my family last night that has completely rewritten every memory I have. I don't know who I am anymore. I want to start by saying I had a good childhood, not perfect but good. My parents were together, we weren't rich but we weren't struggling. I have one older brother named Daniel who is 7 years older than me and we were never super close but we got along fine. That's just how it is when there's that much of an age gap. Last night my mom called me. She's been sick for a few months. Nothing immediately life-threatening but serious enough that it's changed things, serious enough that she's been having conversations she's been putting off for a long time. She asked me to come over and I did. She sat me down at the kitchen table, the same table I did homework at for 12 years, the same table we had every Christmas dinner at, and she told me she needed to tell me something before she ran out of time to say it. I thought she was going to tell me she was sicker than she'd let on. It was worse than that, in a way, not medically, but in every other way. Daniel is not my brother. I mean he is. He raised me. He's been my brother my entire life. But biologically he is my father. My mom was very young when she had him, 17, and his father was not in the picture. When she eventually met my dad and they got together, Daniel was already 9 years old and my dad adopted him. They never told him who his biological father actually was. They told him his father had passed away. That part one already knew. What I did not know was that when I was born, my dad was not my biological father either. My mom sat across from me at that table and told me quietly that she had an affair, that it lasted about 8 months, that she ended it and never told anyone, that my dad never knew, that he raised me as his own son and loved me completely and went to his grave never knowing. My dad passed 4 years ago. He never knew. She told me the man's name. She told me he's still alive. She told me she had reached out to him years ago to tell him about me and that he had asked her not to contact him again, that he had a family and wanted to keep it that way. So somewhere out there I have a biological father who knows I exist and chose not to. I sat at that table for a long time after she finished talking. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I just sat there while 12 years of homework and Christmas dinners and everything I thought I knew about myself rearranged itself into something I didn't recognize. I drove home in complete silence. I sat in my parked car in my own driveway for 45 minutes just staring at my steering wheel, because here is the thing that keeps hitting me over and over again in waves. My dad, the man who raised me, who taught me how to drive and came to every single one of my games and told me he was proud of me more times than I can count, loved me every single day of my life without ever knowing the full truth. And the man who actually shares my DNA looked me up once, found out I existed, and decided I wasn't worth knowing. I know which one was my real father. I know that without any doubt, but I still can't stop thinking about that man out there somewhere living his life, and I can't decide if I want to find him or if I never want to think about him again. I haven't called Daniel yet. I don't know how to start that conversation. I don't know how to start any of this.